Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I see that I've got a blurry screen, likely because the criminals have been on my phone. They've been on both phones. They've been changing the settings on my YouTube channel. They've been changing all of my videos that I upload to private so that nobody can see them. And then they disable the comments section. Yes, folks, they've been disabling the comment section. They don't want anyone to comment or see my videos. Why would that be? Maybe they're guilty. Anyway, welcome to my channel for the newcomers. There have been 25 new people in the last week, and I'm excited to share the message. Several messages. One message is, don't ever give up. Don't ever sell your soul. And report, document, share your stories of police corruption, gang stalking, neighborhood community watch stalking, videotape them, post them online, record them, and get the word out there. Staying silent never did anybody any good. The Jews went to the gas chambers being silent. I will never be silent. I'm being assassinated every day. And I'll give you an example. One of my hens has been laying some eggs. She's been what's called broody. This is her first, I'm going to call it a litter, because I'm a cat person, right? It's her first litter of eggs. She's been sitting on them now for 3 weeks. Yesterday, a criminal was on the property and took one of those eggs, opened it up, and stole the baby. They stole the baby chick inside the egg that she has been sitting on. Yes, folks. And then last night, I'm going to give you the window of between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. I had a pair of new gloves at the entrance of my house. I was going to wash them last night because I was raking a lot of leaves yesterday. I had soot, leaf dust all over my gloves. I was going to wash them last night, and one was stolen. I've looked everywhere, and no, I didn't lose it. I know exactly where I put it. This is where they make you second guess yourself, self-doubt. But unlike in Manalapan, New Jersey, where I lived in a huge 5-bedroom house with a 2-car attached garage, 2 attics, 2 outbuildings, I live in a tiny home. I have 760 square feet. That's it. I have no room in my house. My gloves were at the entrance on a box, and they stole one. What do you think they're doing with that glove? They're thinking, oh my goodness, we've got all her energy all over it. Maybe they're rubbing it all over their bodies. Maybe they're perverts. They've got to steal one glove, right? One sock, one glove. They stole my sports bra last week. What do you think they do with this stuff? You think these perverts are jerking off to my undergarments and gloves? And what do you think, guys? What do you think they're doing with my bra? Huh? What do you think? What are they doing with my bra? My glove? How about the lace they tore off my panties? Or how about the elastic they tore out of my pants? Or how about the pumpkin? I had a pumpkin on my porch. I posted a photo of that pumpkin with my cat. And the next day, they microwaved it. It is soft to the touch. It's got holes all over it. I had to throw it in the pit, in the compost pit. So if you find any stories like that, please share, comment, like down below. This channel is not only because I'm a targeted individual. It's also because I live on a farm. I have always been a successful person. I've had multiple businesses in my life. I had a staffing business for years where I placed technology people on Wall Street and in the pharmaceutical industry. I placed secretaries in jobs, compliance people, human resources people, network engineers, stock traders, bond traders. I placed those people in jobs. I once worked in New York City as a corporate human resources manager. I was also a corporate officer on the board of directors. I was the only female and the youngest. I was in my 30s. During that time, I conceived my daughter, and I was able to work at home with my full salary. And when I returned to that job, I was promoted. I started a nonprofit cat rescue, and I received a lot of donations. But they tore it down. They started stealing my rescue cats, mutilating them. I posted a photo of 3 of my beautiful orange tabby girls for a photo contest. Within 24 hours, they murdered one of those girls. These people are demons. They're demonic. They're sinister. Yes, all paid for with your tax dollars. Please get the word out and share, because no one is going to destroy all the work that I worked very hard for my entire life as a divorced single mom, paying off every one of my student loans. I paid off my house. I paid off my car. I do not have a mortgage now. And no one, not these retired military sellouts, they have sold out our government. They're paramilitary Nazis, Nazi sympathizers. And I'm going to keep speaking about who I am, not who they want to make me out to be. And you need to do the same. And to address Susan about my resiliency and strength, my mother was a very strong woman. She was divorced at a time when women did not get divorced. Unlike a lot of people today, my mother still had a good relationship with my father. My father picked us up every weekend. He took us on vacations so that my mother could work. And my mother was a hairdresser. She stood on her feet all day long with women who told her all day long they wanted to look like Zsa Zsa Gabor and be made beautiful. Yes, this was a long time ago, folks. This is back in the 60s and the 70s. So life was difficult for us. I was not handed anything on a silver platter. I worked for everything that I have, and so did my mother. So did my father. And actually, so did my brother. We had a hard-working family. So part of my resilience is watching both of my parents go through hardships. And they could do it. And I remember my parents would give me their words of wisdom. And I'm not sure if I'm getting this right, okay? Sometimes I get it reversed. My mother would tell me, don't ever let a man know how strong you are. And my father would tell me, don't ever let a man know how intelligent you are. Could you imagine how fucked up that makes someone? You have your parents telling you, don't let anybody know how strong you are. Don't let anybody know how intelligent you are. So yes, growing up, I would play dumb. That was a big mistake. I don't play dumb anymore. Well, sometimes I do when it suits my purpose, right? But what happens is, when you go around Little Miss Innocent as I was, playing dumb, right? People take advantage of you, like lawyers. Especially through the legal system, through a divorce. That bird, we have a bird. This bird has been here since I moved here. I'm going to say it's the same bird. He's got a schedule. He's here every day, sits at the top of the tree and crows. Now, I'm sure people out there are saying, oh, it can't be the same bird. It seems to me like it's the same bird. He goes to the same places every day. But anyway, I digress. Are you jumping on me? What's the deal? So I believe that part of my strength is inherent. It's part of my DNA. And for anybody who knows astrology, it's part of my birth chart. I have Pluto at the midheaven, folks. It's at the top of the chart. It's at 0 degrees, and it's an exact trine to Mars, which is my chart ruler. They're both my chart rulers. So yes, that gives me strength. And it also gives me the ability, when I look at somebody in the face, I see right through to their soul. That's right, folks. And I know if Karen listens to this, she will understand what I'm talking about. Yes. Pluto at the top of the chart, on the MC, actually right on the cusp, in an exact trine to Mars, which are my chart rulers. So I was born with an inherent strength and inherent power of discernment. My parents were like that. And I didn't know any of this when I was younger. I was shy. I was very shy. I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't speak up, and it was only really after I got into the workforce and started working and achieving, getting promoted, salary increases, that I really came into my own. And I'm no different than you. I'm no different than anybody else. We grow into this. Although I do see some young people today that are really dynamic at a very young age, confident, etc. I really wasn't as a child. I really wasn't as an early teenager. I was awkward. But it's something you grow into. And with every success, you become more confident. And as I said, I am and have always been a successful person. Anything I put my mind to, I achieved. I not only achieved it, but I excelled. I went above and beyond. And this is why people would hire me. People would hire me even as consultants, even after I left the workforce and stayed home with my daughter. I always had consulting positions. And as an FYI, I was hired as a psychic. Yes, folks, for many, many years, I was hired as a psychic. And I was included in a documentary in New Jersey called Snake Hill. But I believe that if you look for the documentary, the portion where the psychics, there was me and another woman. There might have been 3 of us. I believe that they removed, oh, there go some squirrels. I never see squirrels here. Oh my goodness. I never see squirrels. But, oh, see, the guineas, they see the squirrels now too. They're getting all excited. But I believe that portion was separate. I don't think they included it in the entire documentary. I think when they first aired it, they included it, but it was a separate portion of the documentary that I don't know if it was meant for mainstream. But yes, I was involved in that documentary in New Jersey, walking that property, which was an insane asylum. I was not aware it was an insane asylum. And they had to record my reactions while I was there. And it was a very sad time. It was a very sad place to be. So as far as resiliency, the ability to bounce back, the ability to recover, again, I think that's inherent in most people. I do not smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, do drugs to deaden any of that. A lot of people will medicate themselves when they're not feeling well. And this is not a criticism to anybody that does, but I do believe that it interferes with many normal processes. So I've never, I don't smoke, drink, do drugs. I don't even take an aspirin. I try to eat as organic as possible. Yeah, I eat chocolate. I eat chocolate. I eat cake, you know, cookies and stuff like that. But for the most part, I eat well, fruits and vegetables and eggs. Guys. So I can talk more about strength and resiliency. I do believe that it is inherent in many people, but it can be developed. It could be developed with successes. And just remember who you are. You are not what anybody tells you you are. You are not what these stalkers project onto you. You are not what these, like the Manalapan Police Department projected onto me in December 10, 2018. They're criminals with an agenda. And what did they do? They picked a soft target. A woman who had the prettiest house on the block that they wanted to steal for one of their own. And guess what? One of their own is living there, and he got that house at $60,000 below market. After it was vandalized at a cost of more than $300,000. Yes, folks. It was an agenda. And I will keep saying it till the day I die, till the day they kill me. The Manalapan Police Department. Lieutenant Thomas Mansell, who, from what I understand, is now a captain. Edward Neese is now the new chief of police. Michael Fountain is the retired chief of police. He once detained me for filing a police report. These are criminals, folks. And I believe in my heart, in my intuition, that my neighbor down the block, who's also a divorced mom with 2 girls, she was murdered by them too. My house is in a development literally a mile away from the police department. They want our houses. They want our houses for their men, for their guys. Even if they don't afford, you know how they can afford them? By stealing money from people like me. From stealing objects, clothing, tools, equipment from me, blacklisting my house, breaking and entering my house, and then telling me, oh, your house wasn't broken into. That's right, folks. I'm going to provide all the proof that my house was broken into. And I don't really care what they say. They're criminals. Every one of them. No, I can't say that. Every one that I have listed is a criminal, is complicit. I have the FOIA requests to prove it. I have the certified letters sent to them to prove it. They're evil, demonic, sinister, Nazi sympathizers. And should I say the word beginning with the F? The free ones? The free ones, the bricklayers? That's what they are, the bricklayers, the old-time bricklayers that are free. I'm not going to say the word, folks. You know who they are. They think they own the world. But they're evil. They hide in the dark. And you can tell them. You can tell them they have a blank aura. Their aura is so dark. But this is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading, signing off. My battery is low. I hope everybody's having a good day today. And I'll see you in the next video.